similar to defense. I think 8 sacks, 2 touchdowns. You can't ask for a whole lot more out of your defense than that.
Yeah, you know, I didn't know we had that many sacks. I knew about the touchdowns, obviously. But, you know, I think the coaches did a good job of putting a package in this week to get after the passer, kind of in obvious passing down situations, and that was able to happen. And you don't score 2 touchdowns on defense very often. You know, it just, especially early on in the game, you never know if fumble's going to happen, but good defenses are opportunistic, and Tanner was there to pick it up and score. And then we come back and you know, we scored 3 times on defense? We scored twice. Yeah, we set up another one there. So we had the 2 scores on there, and able to come back there, and Dante rip it out there, and then Moxie with the interception as well. That was the other turnover we had. So those are big plays, and then on the other side, we got to take advantage of them. You know, if you think about every time you have a chance in that situation to score, you know, the score is even more lopsided. But UConn, give those guys credit. Those guys did a tremendous job. They played better than we had seen them play in the first 2 games, and they're a better team than they were from week 1 to week 2 to week 3. And those kids played hard. Our guys played hard, and it was one of those games that kind of the fourth quarter, which we've all been looking for. Is this going to happen? Are we a fourth quarter team? Can we finish out a game? Can we stop, you know, an opponent from scoring and moving the ball down the field? And we did that, and we did it in a big way. We did it with some turnovers, and I think we did it with the team that was, you know, the momentum-wise, they were getting hot. You know, their quarterback was throwing the ball well. Their receiver was, they were creating matchups and getting the one-on-ones they wanted, and we were able to get it done.
In particular, if they cut it to 3, and then Moxie gets the fix, and then you turn it into 7 right away on the 3rd down play and go up by 10, that just seemed to really change the game. Right?
That changed the game. I mean, it gets tight. You know, you can feel it too when you're letting that lead, you know, kind of get away from you, not because, you know, you're not getting stuff done on offense. I mean, those guys looked at our stats last week and said Boise State's not running the football, and their D-line and their linebackers. If I watched those guys play, they weren't going to let us run the football. And I don't think it was anything that we were doing in particularly wrong, other than 2 guys. You know, both sides are battling, and there's not a whole lot of room. You get a D-line playing like that. You know, we need to do a better job, but those guys did a good job from that standpoint. And Matt and Grant, those guys stepped up. Shane, we had some throws there where we were able to kind of get ourselves out of you know, some of those positions. And like you said, in the turnover, you were able to create something off of it, some points, which made a difference. And we gave ourselves a little bit of cushion to be a little bit more aggressive maybe on defense and maybe get some more sacks there in those situations.
On the fumble recovery or the fumble, did that hit? Was it Johnson in the leg, or was Shane just not sure, so he had to go?
No, I think it hit Jack Fields, and that's what they were saying. So they saw it from upstairs and said it hit our guy. Tell him to get on it. You know, so I'm down there. I mean, when I hear that, I'm down there yelling at him, get on it, get on it, get on it. And well, we got to get on it. You know, I mean, that's the bottom line. We didn't do it. And, you know, those type of things to me, I mean, you want to win the game, and those things will come out later in practice, but those are the little things right there that, you know, getting on a ball. You know, you work fumble recovery day 1 in practice, and we've got to be able to do, or getting hit with it. It's hard to know when you're going to get hit, but you got to know what the reaction is going to be when things like that happen. So there's plenty of miscues in there that we'll go back and, you know, we'll tear this game apart, and we'll work on them on Sunday and throughout the week. We have to. We're just, you know, like I said, you know, we beat a good football team. We played hard. We played with a lot of guts in this game, and, you know, that's just how it's going to be, and we have to continue that going to the next one.
Talked about the D-line this week and really showed up tonight as stuff on the run and what they're able to do getting after the passer.
Yeah, you know, D-line, I mean, you know, we got some guys banged up, and so we've asked those guys in the defensive line to carry the flag, you know, the next man up. I mean, we've probably asked that too much, unfortunately, and it is what it is. You know, Sam played tonight. Sam was a little bit banged up from last week, but he went out there, and we did everything we could this week to get him back in practice, and he played. Kamale was playing. Bo Martin's playing out there. Gabe Perez. All these guys. I mean, you see a lot of different mixture in there. Matt Boson had another big sack tonight in a critical situation. So they're giving us everything they got. That's the one thing about the D-line. And we're going to ask for more. Bottom line, that's what it is. I mean, they gave us everything up to this game, so next week we need more out of them. You know, we've got to assume we're playing a better team. They're 4 games into it, so are we, and we've got to get more out of the D-line.
Moxie got picked on all night, and for him to step up and make a play like that in the fourth quarter, got to like see your corner bounce back like that.
You know, it takes that type of play at some point. I mean, as an offensive guy, you're going to find a guy you're going to go after until that guy does something to prove you wrong, and he proved him wrong tonight with the interception. He drove on a ball. They had caught one earlier on him. They tested him again. They threw a touchdown, kind of a back shoulder. They're going to come after him again. And he said, enough's enough. And the thing about it is, as a corner, you got to have a short-term memory to be able to jump a ball like that. It might be a double move. They tried 2 double moves on him tonight, and he was there. And that might have very well been one. And he's like, I'm going after it. And he was aggressive. He attacked it. I could see him on the sideline, and he was able to intercept the ball. And to me, it takes those type of plays in a game to gain that confidence to be able to go out there and say, I can do this, and I'll do it again. I might get beat, but I'll come right back as strong as I did right here.
You mentioned playing with guts. I mean, 2 physical games to start with, second trip coming each. Just a lot in early game time, just a lot going against the guys these first 3 weeks, and to be flying home 2-1, just what's the feeling?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, I'm proud of our guys. We've asked our guys to do, they've done. And you know, again, before the fourth quarter, I asked them, hey, are we here to finish? This is why we came. You know, we talk about it in terms, we get 36 hours a year to go play, and we only had 15 minutes left at that point. Well, let's go take advantage of it. And those guys did. That's exactly what they did. And don't worry about the score. Don't worry about anything else going on. Just go play football and play it to the best of your ability. And those guys have done that. So, yeah, there's a lot of guts out there, you know, on the trips and taking some of these, you know, the 2 back-to-back kind of long, not back-to-back, but the 2 long trips that we've taken to come out, play early game, and go play against a team that was prepared and ready for us. And we were able to fight it out when it got tight and still win.
I think a lot of guys were slipping on the grass.
Yeah, you know, they were. You know, we practice on grass. I mean, grass is different. You know, that's what O-linemen love grass, skill players hate it. That's just how it is. The O-linemen can dig in because they pound and, you know, they just kind of drive in it. And skill guys, you got to be able to get your feet underneath you a little bit better. Their guys slipped, we slipped. I mean, it is what it is. So grass is different, and you know, we're fortunate enough to have a surface to be able to prepare on it. We slipped on the surface too, so there's a way to play on it, and it showed up tonight. And you know, a little bit, not bad, but probably what you'd expect.
Do you guys have another option for cleats, or anything you can do to the cleats to try to fix that as it's going on during the game? Or?
I don't know. Not anything legal, probably.
I don't know. You guys don't, there's no replaceable things, there's no second pair of shoes, nothing like that.
No, Chad, not that I know of. I mean, I think, you know, what we have, and I'll be honest, I figure what we have is what we have, you know, for cleats. And if the players think they need something longer and bigger and all that, they'll get it. But, you know, that surface was not very much different than the surface we practiced on all week. And you know, you slip on that too, and there's just a way to play on it.
This was the first time you saw the field, though, right? You guys didn't come over here?
No, we didn't. We actually practiced at Trinity College, which is a turf field, basically. So that's where we had our Friday practice. But, you know, we had seen the field pictures and all that. We just hadn't actually seen the surface. But we wouldn't have really made a difference, you know, with the way it was set up.
Did you guys practice on grass all week? You're free
We
to
did.
practice at home?
Yep. No, we didn't. Thursday morning we went to the indoor because we left early. So that was an indoor practice.
How was the energy this morning? Did you feel like the guys were ready, and you know, with the early start, was everybody?
Yeah,
ready to go?
you know, it was, and we talked about it, you know, kind of rise and shine, and that's really what it had to be. So at breakfast, you know, everybody's real quiet at breakfast, or pregame meal, I should say. And you know, I came in and kind of like I do in a meeting, hey, eyes up, 3 claps, and just kind of broke the ice a little bit. And you know, I think that was good energy. The video was good, and they got here. I mean, they were ready to play. And I think, you know, the hard thing is playing on the road. There's, you know, our fans here, as many as that were here, were tremendous, and we could hear them. But energy's different, you know, and you got to create your own energy. You have to bring that, and that's part of our challenge. And for how the game turned out, I thought we did a good job in that area. And it'll be no different when we travel on the road again. We'll learn from this. We'll be better on the road from now than we were this game because we learned how to kind of fight through all that. And they made plays, and I told them the crowd's against you guys. I mean, you're not going to get any love from anybody here, and that's how it should be. And those guys get it, and then they kind of start to appreciate that because that's how it is for us at home. And they started playing better.
Reese and Bryan, anything serious?
No, no. I anticipate those guys being back on Sunday. At what capacity, I don't know, but I fully anticipate those guys practicing on Tuesday. Those guys should be out there. If they're not out there on Tuesday, then there's something more wrong than what I know.
You went Archie at left tackle. What made you guys switch up and go with him this week?
Well, Archie has been competing, at guard and tackle as well, and Coach Huff and he and Eli were competing throughout the week. Felt like Archie had a good week, and when you're putting somebody new in over Reese in that situation, kind of who had the best week. It's not really one thing over another. It's kind of a gut feel, and that was his feel for the game.
The touchdown that kind of gave you guys the separation to Matt here in the fourth quarter. Grant said he hadn't thrown that route on that play before. What did you guys see there that kind of worked out?
Yeah, well, he did. He actually, that's a concept, not out of that formation, okay. So it was a little bit different. He had thrown the ball over the middle before, but we kind of spread him out, and similar to what they did to us. All right, safeties went wide, we took the middle. We had one of our better players in the middle there, and he got open off the Mike linebacker, so we had a matchup advantage, and Grant stuck it in there. On that particular play, I watched the replay of it. I mean, we do a drill every day where slide, set, and throw, and it's about as textbook as you could get for Grant in the pocket and how we threw it. And so, we're kind of fired up on that. I mean, when you do something and you actually execute it and it works out for a big play is important for us.
3-point game, and you just got the turnover, and it was third down and long. How important was that play to capitalize on that momentum and get that 10 points?
Huge, because I'll be honest with you. I mean, you get a little nervous there when the things start, because the game is about momentum, and you can really feel it. I mean, you can feel it when you're on the field, and you kind of know when one team's got it. And you know what? I mean, it's something that we needed it. Let me just say that. We had given them as many opportunities as you could possibly give an offense to go out there, and our defense kept stepping up. And it's just a matter of time. At some point, you know what, they're going to make a play, and we needed to make a play, and we did. And so momentum got back on our side. We got back into a rhythm with everybody, and then things were working in our favor.
Did they do Bryan, got one question we got to get Coach.
Okay.
I just want to go back to Miller. Does that ever kind of surprise you that he got that open and he made that play? And I mean, not that the defense kind of allows it to him when Miller's the guy that you guys might be targeting.
The only thing that surprised me is they let him throw a pass, because they should know by now. No, it doesn't, because structurally there's matchups and all that, and we have other guys on the team too that do well and have a chance of catching the ball. And if there's a matchup opportunity, Matt's probably going to win it, and he did. It's exactly what he did. The thing about it, Matt, is if he's going to be somewhere in practice, he's going to be the same place in the game. And I think that's where the quarterbacks feel comfortable with him. So, threw a touchdown pass, caught one. I mean, that's a pretty good night. So, good. Okay.